really care who you think is going to win, but I do care to get this one over to Anders and Moses.
I'm touched that you care, Trace. That means a lot to me. Jason?
That's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Just wanted him to care.
Some approval, just something, anything.
Positive. Positive feelings.
Flashbang, here we go. They're going to go right into it. That goes to the ceiling. Doesn't really flash anybody. Azza hitting a headshot, spinning almost 180 degrees, and he's got back up. I can't believe he's alive. They were actually all shooting at him, at least for a little bit there. And now it's Circuit in 1 versus 3. EG just not messing around at the start of this. I think he's still up on the hot. Yeah, he's going to get shut down. Wow.
Yeah, they'll have to go back and look at that flashbang because it didn't feel like that was effective at all, that first flash that was supposed to provide the opening for EG. So good defense for Hunt of Thieves. Nice work from Jacob as well. 2 kills. Gratisfaction had 2 kills.
I actually feel like that's all Nuke ceiling flashbangs.
They just aren't as effective as you think they're going to be?
Yeah, they were real effective in 1.6, and people just have not outlived that. Let's see. Azza not flashed. This is an actually excellent observing.
It's actually excellent work from the Hunt of Thieves as well. Azza even looking away as he dropped down. JKS, speaking of dropping down, is going to run from the footsteps. Bomb is at the bottom of the vents. They're trying to get it planted in the lower site just for the extra money, but it doesn't look like that's going to be too likely. Gratisfaction waiting under Heaven, and Ethan knows JKS is here, but he needs his teammates to at least distract him, if not clear him out, and now the bomb can get planted. This has actually turned out pretty well for EG.
And they get another kill on Gratisfaction. Now it's beyond just turning out quite well. Now it's actually a little bit scary here. One more for Ethan, and Breeze has picked up not just a FAMAS, but a Molotov. And if he was a better in position, Breeze, sorry, that would be really interesting, I think. Oh no, they come off it, and he throws it right on top. They don't have a kit. Oh dear. This gonna, putting up the smoke, but still, now they're in a little bit of trouble. Breeze has managed to make his way to the other side, and he can't win that fight, but
that's admirable.
That's a terrifying round.
That is admirable. That went from absolutely nothing for EG to oh god, this could get worse. Now,
I actually thought they had a kit, and they were just going to defuse before he even got there.
Yeah, but
once they stopped, I was like, please.
Well, one of the things they had on Inferno, EG, ooh, that's always awkward if you're Gratisfaction there. Nice work from Breeze. One of the things we talked about on Inferno that EG did very good is opening kills. Obviously, were a huge marker for success, especially in the first half. Well, yesterday on Nuke, Breeze, Cirque, and Stan against Liquid were 16-3 in opening duels. Those 3 combined for 16 opening wins and 3 opening deaths or losses. And that's massive. If they're going to be able to come out with that kind of production in the early initial battles on this map, that's so huge to force rotations. Rotations are king on Nuke.
They have a 3rd round AWP because of getting the bomb plant. That doesn't happen too often.
I like it.
No, but I think you're absolutely right, though. JK holding pretty far back by that CT container. I don't think he's going to be expecting any kind of an AWP. He probably should have been dead right then and there, but again, they don't have an AWP to respond with themselves, and they're just hunting him, it feels like. Good headshot. Molotov to try and maybe force that kill. Ethan will fall off, and in return, Tarek comes through with a flashbang setup and gets 2 for, yeah, a little bit of return at least, but
I actually think the trades for Hunt of Thieves were so good. They handled all of that pressure so very well, especially when the AWP came out. And now the AWP is kind of a liability as well. When you actually have to attack a bomb site in this 3 versus 3, how exactly is Cirque going to be impactful if he goes through mini? Tough to clear all these positions with an AWP. Here we go. Breeze and Ethan to lead the way outdoor. Azza just spotted that. Oh no, maybe he didn't. Overexposed. 2 more players up top. That's a kill for JKS, and Cirque was trying to pre-fire it. This has turned out well again for Hunt of Thieves, and Breeze is just desperately searching for the vent, but he's got a 1-on-2.
Yeah, he almost got lost inside of the smoke. A 1-on-2 again with a Molotov. They do have a smoke, and they do have a kit this time, even if it's on JKS, who's low on health. Let's see. They're going to make their way down, and Breeze needs to find a position that he's comfortable in. And back here, I mean, you could definitely Molotov that position, so that'll help him out. Let's see where they use that smoke, and let's see if they can find him with a little bit of time left still. Keep an eye on that kit, because if it goes down in a weird position, you just never know. Going to be a flash into the corner. Another flash to try and open it up, but Breeze has got all the element of surprise. There's the one and a good follow-up. Nice triple kill for Breeze, and that will give EG the round. They did lose a lot, but I don't think they care.
No, not at all. They're going to take that victory all day. Even with the AWP taken out of Cirque's hands, he was trying to pre-fire up to the right where the player had given away his position. This was a perfect pop flash. Tarek turns from it as he goes around that box, so good communication between him and Ethan. And here's the real nightmare. Not only did Breeze just win that 1 versus 2, but he got the opening on top of the hut, as we just saw into Azza. So he's starting this out very nice.
His helmet was just a perfect contrast to that yellow beam in the background, the metal crane. CZ, that's a good angle. He goes for more, and he nearly could have had it. Will at least set it up for Gratisfaction to get the kill with the scout, and that leaves Tarek out here. Might feel a little bit lonesome. To fall back. Ethan is up on the mini roof. Oh, Gratisfaction. That is absolutely disgusting.
Oh, this is crazy. I think actually 100 Thieves is going to steal this round back. This position from Alza, they might not expect it, but 100 Thieves has put so many players out here at different angles. They are ready to battle at the moment, and certainly when someone makes contact with Tarek, everyone peeks.
Yeah, that has to be the plan right now. There are 4 people more or less that can peek him. JKS might be a little bit too far away, but Tarek, yeah, so much trouble. Had to take a risk, I suppose. I don't know how you fight your way back and around like that. I'm going to need to see that replay, though, from
Gratisfactions.
Yeah.
This little tracking flick.
He just swung that rifle, didn't he?
That was great.
I don't even understand, because
this is a perfect. Oh, go on.
It didn't even look like it was supposed to be able to shoot through the container at that angle.
Yeah. Yeah, look good. This is a perfect round for 100 Thieves. They can pick up so many AKs, so many rifles outside. That's going to be so much money. Krieg, Galil, swapped out for a second Krieg. Oh, they're going to be rich in the next round.
Yeah, they're actually loving life. Now Stan can at least get the bomb plant.
That was the coolest roller coaster I've been on in a while.
We'll see if it ends here. It might not be the end. Stanislaw, quick bomb plant. I mean, they're all going to be there, and they should group up, right? And just try and see if they could all find him and take him down together. They have 2 Molotovs and a smoke, and I think that makes his life just increasingly difficult at this point in time. They do jump past. It could have been a cool double spray down, but nice grouping, nice round. 100 Thieves right back in it.
Yeah, even Gratisfaction sacrificing himself right at the end. Double kill in the round with that scout. Perfect from 100 Thieves. A perfect round and stack outside. Evil Geniuses walked right into it.
You're a roller coaster kind of guy, Jason?
I love roller coasters.
All right. I think they're scary. And it's embarrassing because...
You're the one. I knew there was...
Because my wife loves it. She'll go on one, she'll have her arms up in the air, laughing the whole way, and I'm just looking like...
I couldn't remember who in the talent team was a coward. Now I've found out.
Well,
I remembered.
There we go.
Listen, let's keep track of these opening duels because, you know, I've mentioned it a couple times. 4-0 in the favor of 100 Thieves in terms of opening frags in this map.
Well, that's the kind of success they need right now. Did lose map number 1. Obviously want to get to a 3rd map. Again, obviously don't want to get eliminated, which is, after all, what is going to happen if you lose this game. Gratisfaction, just guessing. You almost wish you could shout loud enough. Fire the gun.
Hold the trigger.
Not going to happen, though. And they'll sneak past every single one. Nobody even holding lobby or anything.
It doesn't matter. There's 2 players down here already. Azza and JKS are in the lower level. They're at the lower bomb site as it stands already. So Azza, oh, this would be a huge kill. If Ethan can find him, that's going to make the crossfire much more difficult to trap. Good kill from Azza. Good trade from Cirque, but Gratisfaction now swinging out into the open. Great damage, and JKS is still here. They've lured them into this trap. Again, 100 Thieves just a step ahead of the Evil Geniuses. But some decent trading is going to get him into the bomb site. And a continued fight as Tarek backs off.
They have so little to work with. The MAC-10 and just low health on Breeze here. They should be winning the round 100 Thieves, but it's definitely not done yet. Swapping out a couple of weapons. The bomb only just gone down, so there's plenty of time here. And Jacob, if he busts open that door at the wrong time, yeah, Breeze, he's caught jumping. Not really his fault. He had to try and get out somehow. Now it's just the MAC-10. The smoke could actually help him out. Yeah, he's going to try and use that for cover. This is very smart for Tarek. Heads up play for him right at the edge, and he's going to win the first fight. A little bit of a grenade through, more smoke for Tarek to hide inside, and he's going to try and do that all day, and he actually wins it. A triple. The MAC-10 comes out on top.
Using the mobility, never just sitting and waiting for the attack coming from those rifles. Good job from Tarek. That's a tough clutch to win in a 1 versus 2. And they needed it. They returned the favor right back. 2-3.
They really needed it. That is... I don't know. It makes so much sense for them to smoke the bomb, because that's what you do to force the T's to try and, you know, come up from hiding. And Tarek, yeah, the perfect weapon for that particular scenario.
They could never get a read on where he was going to peek with that MAC-10. He was just jumping around, keeping the noise, keeping the footsteps going. That smoke ended up being so confusing. Towards outside we go, towards the yard one more time. Massive amount of bodies here for EG.
And 100 Thieves actually force into the round. They say, you know what, that was expensive, and it was, so, okay. Stanislav still goes down. Jacob with the... Well, he actually swaps out the weapon. That's pretty cool. He not only gets the kill, but he actually goes for the Krieg.
EG's got to be careful. They're falling into the same trap they just did, what, 2 rounds ago. Their forces are just getting whittled down as they go outside in this yard. Good damage with the UMP through the grating. And 100 Thieves still in prime position. They still have 3 players on the upper level, Azza and Squeaky Door, Jacob and JKS in the upper bomb site. So this is not great. Tarek is so incredibly low, and this play from Azza is perfect. He's going to hunt them down. He's going to turn this corner and see everything. Free kill on a Tarek. Maybe not the freest. It is a trade, but that gives up the game.
Yeah, I mean, they get the information, which is so valuable, especially at 40 seconds now. Another player going to turn the corner. Circus thinking about it. Oh, he sees it and he's back for it. The timing on that is unbelievable. Now it's the UMP left. JKS will take the one and fighting. Circus gets a headshot and saves 100 Thieves. The force, it works. And yeah, back to 4 rounds. And no bomb plant means EG. Man, they're going to go for it. Wow. No one is giving up. They're just punching each other right now.
Well, we said it might turn into that. We said it might turn into a battle along those lines of what we saw yesterday. Just no real finesse, just a brawl between the 2 squads. And certainly, EG has to try one more time. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, that's one of those things where you get outside, you get into that 3 versus 3, and you're just kind of making mid-round reads. You don't really have an end goal in mind. It's just what do you see at this point in time? And again, 100 Thieves comes out on top.
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of time left, and I think the thing that made it, yeah, I guess tricky is they had no read on JKS.
I think they assumed, yeah, he was in that upper bomb site the whole time. He never had to give away his position, but also I'm assuming that when you see someone flanking towards ramp room, you kind of imagine that now that the other person's going to be downstairs.
True, especially when you see 2 people flanking ramp. Some MAC-10s, some CC, some Deagles, and they're going to be running towards the ramp room, trying to see if they can test JKS, who has got an HE grenade. Not really going to matter. He's going to use the M4 instead for a pretty good 2-for-1 trade. They're not even going to try and run for the rifle, because that would take time off from getting that bomb down if they can.
Yeah, they at least need the plant. Azza is going to play it safe, and that's the bomb on the ground. A second one. No head armor on Breeze, and he's chewed apart. It's all Cirque. 1 versus 4, and at this point, all you can hope for is a little bit of extra damage. There's the first good headshot with the MAC-10, but no clue Gratis Faction is waiting behind him, so I think 100 Thieves finally on Nuke have sustained. They should force Evil Geniuses into a save. There's no plant. There's no hope for EG.
No, not for a while. Yeah, they've managed to actually break them. A lot of back and forth to open it up with, but they come out on top. That's absolutely huge. Gives them a big chance here to start off this first half in a very, very decent way. Now, that happened on Inferno as well when they were on the T side. They were off to a really good start, so I'm guessing it's going to be a while before they start to feel all of the confidence, but yeah, this is definitely... It's good to see them ride it out and not crumble to the pressure of EG. And they should not really have any problems dealing with this round.
No, they really shouldn't. Only Glocks for the EG side.
Yeah, take it slow, get some practice in.
Yeah, this is like warming up.
It is.
You're feeling any more jitters after Inferno? This is the one that helps. Jacob's going for a little I don't know, peekaboo?
They are having a, they're allowing him an aim practice, saying, you know what? Feeling friendly at the moment. Breeze up on the silo. Twinkie.
Twinkie, yeah. I enjoy that call. It's an older one.
I'm all right with it. It's a giant one, though.
No one's surprised you're out with Twinkies, Anders.
Not anymore. It's like I've never had a Twinkie. Is the problem?
Really?
No, and I always wanted one because the cop in the beginning of Die Hard.
Yeah, he's big on Twinkies. Yeah.
Yeah, and to me they look delicious, and I thought this is amazing. It's my early infatuation with America. I thought they've got candy like
There's
this.
a lot of really cool candy that you haven't had.
Yeah, I know.
You might never have again.
I know. It's rough.
Such is life. 6-2.
Set up outside. Still, again, they've left Breeze in that lobby, but they're happy. I mean, if you're EG though, you're thinking, well, every time we go outside and lower, we keep trading into 2v2s and 3v3s. And if you're on the T side, that's pretty acceptable, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not making it easier if you're EG. You've gone outside so frequently in these rounds that, I mean, you've even ran into stacks. Remember, they've ran into like 3 pistols and a scout out here. They've ran into crossfires out here, and 100 Thieves is more than comfortable to set up 2 players. Jacob's over in Secret Stairs right now. Gratisfaction looking to get a cheeky kill over the smoke, but he doesn't spot it. Ethan's a bit quicker. That forces Jacob back.
Yeah, and he has to keep running almost. Will eventually slow them down, but still 55 seconds. Breeze is covering the lobby alone, which is definitely not an easy job to have. But no one is pushing him, so for the minute he'll be all right. And now they're trying to wrap around. JKS might be the first point of contact, but yeah, he's so worried. And if Breeze, I mean, if they can crunch him from the other side, the bomb is still waiting really far back, so it seems like almost an attempt to try and go and assassinate JKS.
I think he needs either push ramp or just fall down. He's okay. So he's gone for the first. He was out of safety inside ramp room, and he can actually cut off Breeze. I don't think Breeze. Oh no, he's running all the way back. Oh, they're not looking. The timing is somehow perfect, and Stanislaw goes down as well. It's all 100 Thieves.
But there's only 15 seconds. Circus still here with the bomb. They had that bomb on the ramp or on the stairs the whole time. They needed that ramp hit to work flawlessly. They're just not going to do anything now. I really can't believe it. I can't believe that they at least didn't start moving.
Yeah, that's a bit. That ends up looking a bit silly.
Where Circus now is where he was the whole round with the bomb.
It's that kind of I mean, that play, if you're going to walk all the way outside towards heaven and walk in towards ramp room, it's a lot of walking. That time disappears much quicker than you expect.
And if you're the people on those stairs, right? You could do, I feel like, almost any number of things, even if you just fire the gun towards Mini or something to distract from what was happening on the other side.
Oh, what a series of really terrible events for EG. The timing, I mean, you obviously don't expect anyone from the CT side to be coming back into ramp room in that fashion, but Tarek had just looked away, just swung back to check his flank. As soon as that kill comes out, Breeze tries to readjust his position to take care of the ramp player, and he gets pushed from Hut. That's brutal.
Yeah, and it really was looking like they had the right idea for the setup. 7-2. What a terrific start for 100 Thieves. They've got a Krieg and a Galil. And some Deagles to try and follow it up if that's going to be working out. Ethan looking for the fight. JKM, not that quick, but JKS holding ramp just fine. They've given over that Krieg over at the ramp room. That's nice if you're the ramp player.
Oh yeah, he's going to love that. And so this just seems like EG spreading across the map and everyone challenging on an individual level their respective positions. Jacob does go down. That doesn't provide any opening that Evil Geniuses can build upon. Gratisfaction out in the open, wins that fight, transfers over, continues the spray. He'll fall. Doesn't matter. 8-2, 6-round lead for 100 Thieves.
As of right now, on top of the scoreboard with 13-4, and right behind him, Jacob at 12-5.
Jacob has been one of those outside players. He's been doing quite a good job there, falling back into lower when needed. And timeout called for Evil Geniuses as they are stumped. They also had a pretty, didn't have great gun rounds yesterday against Team Liquid. Watching that game on Nuke. Did end up winning it.
Yeah, took a lot though. And I don't know, that early fight for the control of the economy in the beginning of this half, when you end up losing it, you take a pretty deep dive before you start to get back into it right now. I mean, just as a test, right? They've just only now lost the 5 in a row, so that's where the round loss bonus starts to kick in. I mean, to where they can almost buy no matter what. And again, because they kept trading rounds, it just took that much longer.
We haven't been able to see them get an AWP on the field as well. They had it in the 3rd round in Cirque's hands because of all the plants, but we haven't seen them able to get back to it. Fast-paced outside, at least for the initial 2 players. They're slowed down by putting an extra... Oh, there's a huge gap, and the only thing that saved them is the fact that Gratisfaction was blind, and... Oof. This is fast, this is aggressive, this is a change of pace that 100 Thieves was not prepared for. They've already got 2 players on the lower level in that lower bomb site, but no one's actually heading there.
The Bomb is mile away.
Done it again.
They've done it one more time. I mean, they should still be winning the round. Jacob gets traded immediately, and JKS in a 1 versus 3. And have to be a whole long series of just coincidences for him to, I think, find all the right kills and escape long enough. But the fact that the bomb is so far away is obviously incredibly odd.
Yeah, someone forgot it. Someone didn't want to carry it.
They still need that one guy.
Yeah. What happened on Infernos? I would imagine that because of the fast pace of the strategy, is someone up at the front of the line dropped it and no one picked it up. He's like, oh, I'm going first, and we're very fast and aggressive. I don't want to lose this out in the yard, so.
Your JKS, you must be thinking, like, are you guys just messing with me now? Like, just plant the bomb.
Oh,
What's
no.
going on? He's actually going to see them. Almost lining up for a big double dash. Oh, that could have been it. Stanislaw will turn in time, but that's a little bit scary. They lose a lot of rifles. They could have come out with almost everything there.
JKS played that perfectly. How patient. Look at this flashbang. That's so wild.
And then the fact that
you could drive a semi-truck through that gap.
Yeah. There's... it looked like he was unflashed by the time the second guy came through, but... Or at least enough that he could have seen someone.
All right, Evil Geniuses, after that fast pace, that aggressive round, they slow it right back down. Outside again. All 5 players leading in that direction for the moment.
Smokes going close to Mini instead of further back.
That's that deep wall of smokes. Opens up the opportunity to get in towards the warehouse.
Yeah, there's so much you can do. They try and flash their way through. I love the failure of it, but I feel like lately it's just not having the effect. I feel like more often than enough, this is what happens.
Oh.
He always gets shot down. He's seeing right over the smoke, though. And that's the problem with the smoke wall being that far up, is that when they're all the way up against the fence back there, they are absolutely visible. Stan, though he wants a bit of revenge, dangerous game against that AWP, but he's at least alive for now.
Well, he's winning so far. There he is. He's taken down the Alper. JKS is in the lower level, though, but he's in a 1 versus 3. Other 2 players going to come from ramp, so JKS just has to try and survive. He's gotten the first, and there it is. There's the backup, the cavalry. In the form of Aza, he's gotten 1 more to keep some space, but Stanislaw flanking. 2 kills in the round already, and he must do more. Nobody's paying attention to this just yet, and now it's turned again. 1 versus 1 for Cirque.
Lias trying to press the issue, and he'll win the fight. A second kill for him. That is such a scrappy round, and I guess that's what we should be expecting. It's been like that from the beginning here on Nuke. 9-3 though, and EG gonna be slightly upset that they weren't able to win that 2-on-1. I mean, I guess they don't know that Lia's that far up, so Stan just goes for it once he's just thinking, you know, I'm just gonna try and see if I can crush the next guy, but didn't work out that way. That is, without the bomb plant, not enough money to buy, even in spite of the loss bonus.
That's really tough. I felt like Evil Geniuses had some great advantages there. Felt like they had control of that.
Yeah. Well, apparently not. So now the question becomes, what do they do? They get yard control all the time. They can go down secret all the time, but they're not winning rounds.
Yeah, well, I mean, 100 Thieves is doing a great job of getting players. JKS is having very fast jumps to get to this lower bomb site. And again, one thing they need to work on, we'll go back to it and we'll do, you know, a refresh of this check on the opening kill status. 100 Thieves has 9 opening kills. EG has 3. At the beginning of the game, you remember we highlighted Breeze, Cirque, and Stan. They were 16-3 against Liquid yesterday in opening battles. They're 1-6 today, combined those 3.
Right, so that is a huge part of the... I mean, the opening kills actually matched the round score in that case, so that's probably a lot of the explanation right there.
Well, it's one of the big things that Terrasides can do on this map is once you start getting that opening pick, once you start understanding who rotates where when one kill happens, like who's going to be the guy who rotates downstairs, where's that gap in the defense going to be created if we get an opening kill? None of it matters if you don't get that first kill. If you're not playing in a 5-on-4, you don't get to exploit that rotation at all.
They have a smoke and a flashbang left here on EG, so got to be one shot at doing it. Smoke goes in Mini. They try and see if they can just storm the bomb side. Lias with a good couple of kills, and Gratisfaction with all of the rest on that UMP. Making a fair bit of money. 10-3. That is... It's such a powerful first half that we're looking at right here for 100 Thieves. They're building their way to that third map.
It's good to see them bounce back after a loss, but keep this in mind as well. Remember, they had a very powerful first half of Inferno as well. They had that 10-5 lead on the T side of Inferno.
True.
Which makes you feel very comfortable when you get 10 rounds on your offense. And then they fell completely flat.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably in the back of their minds too. See if they could do even better. Maybe more than 10 rounds on the first half here. If they could just get a little bit going their way. Again, Tarek sneaking all the way, crossing. No one there to stop him.
Jacob's already downstairs. He'll be at an off angle for the stairs. Oh, God. They're doing it again. Another situation where 100 Thieves just maybe a step ahead, and it looks like one more time there's going to be an attempted crunch from ramp room into that lower bomb site. Cirque and Breeze are in position to attack ramp, and this is a big kill for Jacob again. He's found the first, or Azza has. There's the crossfire, but again, it's weird. This is set up to be a pinch, and the you need the second half of the attack to actually pinch.
Yeah, I guess if anything, right, they want to win at least one of those fights down there so that the ramp player, in their minds, is forced back, and then they can go and do something. But it does seem like a lot of this it's contingent on, you know, on a couple of people or sometimes just one person solving, you know, the main part of it. And if they don't, there is no plan B, right? It's like, oh, didn't work. Well, then we're just waiting over in lobby, I guess. There are vending machines at least. So.
In the lobby?
Yeah.
But they have Twinkies there.
Possibly. Are they vending machine type candy Twinkies?
Oh yeah.
Did they not get crushed or something?
Isn't the big joke in what's it, Zombieland? See that movie?
No.
Woody Harrelson?
I haven't.
He's obsessed with Twinkies in the movie.
Okay. So maybe I need to watch it.
Because they don't expire.
Oh, all right. One of those things. I don't know.
Kind of like spam in that regard.
I had no idea you had all this Twinkie trivia. I'm impressed, Jason.
There is a huge gap in this smoke again, and this time there's not a flashbang, or there was, but Gratisfaction is in the cover of locker room, and oh, this is going to be a slaughter. 11-3, no chance.
Could drive just 100 Twinkies through that gap. Reese goes down.
Line them end to end in that gap.
Yeah, just put them all there. 12-3 at the end of the half. That's an amazing job from 100 Thieves. They were put to the test early on by EG, and they lived through that test, and they win the first half handedly. Now they just need to complete it and get us on the map number 3. That's coming up. See if they can defend this in the second half, right after the break. return with 100 Thieves needing 4 more rounds to get us onto a third map. That would be quite something, because they had a good start on Inferno, but then they ended up looking very flat, and EG came alive, and it looked like it could have been something similar here with EG fighting for all of the early rounds, and they got shut down towards the end of it in the whole middle stretch. If you see the scoreline here, 12-3. That's all the evidence you really need. Let's see what they could do on the T side here. EG surely can't run this one back.
They should be able to take this round. They had all the answers in the first half. Here we go. Fast pace towards the upper palm. So that's a great shot from Cirque. A little bit blind. He's got a follow-up one. Flashbangs just don't matter to this guy. Breeze chiming in as well. Bomb dropped on the ground in front of Mitty, and it's a wipeout. Only one player falls on the defense. 100 Thieves could not get into the bomb site quick enough. You can see what happens if those upper hits, no matter how fast-paced, no matter how aggressive, if you don't get those kills and get into some form of safety, I mean, the defense rotates in so quick. Like, you just lose time. You're just out of it.
Yeah, I mean, so much is just contingent on those first couple of kills.
Yeah, the first, like, 1 or 2 engagements. And unfortunately, Cirque got both of them for no good reason.
Yeah, it's whether the dominoes fall one way or the other or something like that. Trying with the analogies here today. Stanislaw a little bit outside. Nova shotgun on top of the hut. Stan hiding inside now with the MP9, counting all of the footsteps. He thinks now's the time, and they all line up. Mowed down. That is absolutely fantastic. Even smoking it off, and he's just doing this perfectly.
I almost wish he had like an M4, like a gun with some actual stopping power, because that should have been a 4-man lineup, it feels like. Breeze is going searching. He's going to find JKS, but not before his teammate is dispatched of.
That leaves Jacob. Not really in a position to do much. Doesn't have the bomb. Can't really fight for that. And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of shooting straight down. I feel like there's sort of a middle point where you can't pivot your aim any further. And if people run into that, it's just really weird. Yeah, but this is good. Is the M4 really the weapon to mow people down like that?
Better than this?
Might be better, yeah.
This little SMG.
What about the P90? Is that the one?
Only death by kitty.
Yeah, it takes longer. They realize as they're being shot, like, oh no.
Well, on the other stream, Mouse Sports has eliminated Mad Lions.
I know, it's sad, but not for Mouse Sports, which is also good news.
Yeah,
we want to see Mouse Sports make it far, I think.
Especially as a team that's made it to so many finals.
Yes.
Like, I mean, everyone wants to kind of see them match up, you know, event after event now with the best teams in the world. Cirque taking some shots away with that SMG at a long range. A little bit of damage, a lot of information gathered outside, and nobody from EG overextending.
Just a slight peek with the flashbang there to make things annoying. A little bit of a return, though. JKS will at least get the kill on Cirque, and there is a flank coming, so Breeze should have no trouble. He has the M4, though, and it is quicker. We could all see that.
There's the stopping power. There it is, 12-6. EG trying to make this comeback happen. They've got the first steps underway. 3 in a row to start this second half. But now come the Kriegs, now come the AK-47s. Now come the utility for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, pretty early on here. So let's see what they do. I think, well, we saw a lot. I mean, we mentioned it multiple times. When EG were playing that T side, they wanted to go yard lower, and they wanted to pinch the ramp in you know, one way or another. They actually had a lot of different ways to try and pinch that ramp. It didn't really work out, though. They were cool ideas. I love the idea of pinching ramp, you know, from lower almost, from hell, going all the way around the yard. A lot of different theories into how to do that, but they just couldn't actually make it work. Let's see what 100 Thieves. So far outside.
Yeah, and they're not going towards secret. It's only Jacob to watch for a push there. Oh, that's aggressive in ramp room. EG have just taken control of half the map, and that might actually cause 100 Thieves to want to change their mind. But what do? The entire inner portion of this map, lobby, upper bomb site, lower bomb site, all of it's in the control of EG.
Yeah, there's no element of surprise any longer when you lose that much map control. They can probably guess what's coming.
And yeah, it sucks not having outside to a certain degree, but when you have everything else, it's not that big of a deal anymore. And even Cirque looking for this flank, Alza might just walk right into it.
Yeah, they need to win a fight. If he can somehow land this headshot on Cirque, which seems very unlikely, then at least that would open some things up. Start EG guessing again. No, backing off. 30 seconds on the clock, and they're going to bring the bomb down. I guess going as a group makes a lot of sense here, and then leaving Azza to, if this first fight goes their way, then they could do something. Grenade, can land a little bit behind them. Actually does a fair bit of damage, and the MP9, that's incredibly effective.
That flashbang is a perfect angle that causes them to turn so he can take that fight. He gets aggressive with it as well. Ooh, the Molotov, and there's a good flank. This is still doable. This could be so dangerous. That's a big kill, and that should be the round. Yeah. 6 seconds left. Ozza might just want to run away or just hide in the corner because you can't do anything. There's not enough time for the plant, and you don't want to lose that weapon. Nicely done from EG. Stan just played such an important role because as much as EG kind of had every idea of what was kind of happening, of where 100 Thieves was, either outside or in secret, Stan was the only player actually downstairs. So he gets a perfect spot with all the information that doesn't, this one right here. Yeah. He gets the information, there's no risk to him. And he can choose how to play that because they're not close enough to punish.
Yeah, that flashbang looks even better in slow motion as well. You're absolutely right, they had to turn around for it. This final play with Ethan coming in with the MP9 is just purely time-based.
Yep.
And it's so smart. 12-7, only a 5-round gap, which is really not that much.
No, it's not. Second time out for 100 Thieves as Kassad talks things over.
I seem to remember, sorry to interrupt, I seem to remember 100 Thieves having some good rounds in the past on this map with JKS vent diving. That's like an art form, isn't it?
The vent dive?
Yeah.
It is.
Not everyone can do it.
No, but everyone's at least gotten to a certain level of proficiency in it. But to be one of the truly legendary vent divers,
yeah,
it's a tough thing. Navigate
that smoke, you know, blind, can't see anything. I'd be interested in that kind of a play. That's something that's always fun, and you know, if the CTs are just caught off guard, if sometimes you don't even notice, you just think, oh, no one came through, right? And then it's just one guy with a CC. Getting a bit close there, Tarek. He's got some backup in Cirque, and that's good. He's actually playing anti-flash, so
Cirque's actually done a good job of being located at the point of contact. He's gonna get another chance here. Matter of time.
Look at Stanislaw. He's all the way out by Twinkie right now, so they know that no one is out there. This is very, very interesting. So that's probably also one of the reasons why Cirque can even be here. Good lineup. That's even a leg shot on a second guy coming through, so they just no entry here at all. And JKS wanted to see if he could sneak his way through. Guess technically he did, and we'll find the kill on Breeze. So making it a little bit expensive. That still kind of matters. He probably wish he had the bomb, but
yeah, that would be nice. Tarek's kind of got to stick around, or Ethan, to get the AWP on Cirque. That was dropped, and it's Ethan who's got it. Tarek's pushed all the way up, and yeah, this off angle, JKS not going to consider it. That's three times, I think it was, what? One when Cirque pushed ramp room and got a pick in lobby. Once when he was outside, and now this one in the ramp room. So he's found like 3 rounds now where he's really being involved in the initial contact, which is exactly what you want out of your opper.
Yeah, it's such a relief for them, and the setup is really good, right? 1 kill, leg shot. The rifle that's up close is turned away from any potential flashbang.
And now building money up on the EG side, starting to get some cash flow behind these victories. 7,000 on Ethan, 8,000 on Tarek. The op, Cirque, 3,300 in the bank. And Stanislaw again pushed up. He hears those footsteps. He did this last time. He knows they didn't see it.
Oh, and if Cirque can cover the silo or Twinkie, then he doesn't even have to worry about looking up.
Yep.
Just focus on this. Smoke goes up. They didn't know that he did this last time, so they was still going to be a bit paranoid about it, but this is looking a lot better. Cirque pushing up past the smoke, and he does get taken down, but no one has spotted Stan. And unlike the previous round, this is no longer an MP9. This is the, oh, he gets caught. I can't believe it. That is a second away. If they don't check it, if JKS isn't there, that's going to probably be the round.
There's still a chance. There's still Ethan down below. This better be a god-tier sequence from him. No one else can even be involved in the action, although Breeze could drop down vents pretty quickly. If that's possible, he's going to start dropping, but Ethan did not get enough done. It's not going to slow anything down, and Breeze is hesitating for the moment. Ethan now transitioning into the bomb site. He can delay a little bit longer.
They smoke and Molotov, and Tarek, being a real teammate, running through the fire to try and get there to help out. He does go down. They nearly line up for him. Good spray and a double, but it might not have been enough here. Breeze, I think he's going to have to get a little bit lucky. They close the door behind him, and that's the first bit of luck, I guess, not going his way. But heads up play.
Still,
That door remains open. He could probably get one, maybe a second one. That would have been interesting. 13 to 8, though.
no, that was on a razor's edge. I mean, that Tarek
Yeah.
rotation in, unfortunately, just they had the players in the position to recover the 3-on-5. They had the read, just not able to get the kills quick enough or at the right timing. That door opening really ruined Tarek's day.
Asa has got 23 kills and just 11 deaths. So he's having himself a fantastic game at the moment, which, yeah, we've seen that before from him. Don't know if he's always the top candidate.
No, but he's one of the players we started to see have more of these games, you know, around Katowice last year at the major when we started realizing that this Australian core was going to be a deadly team. Him and JKS, obviously. Jacob has been very consistent, so they've got some very cool stuff on this team, and it's good to see them challenging here on Nuke. 13-8, just a 5-round lead. 28 opponents flashed for Gratisfaction. That's actually freakishly weird.
That seems like a lot, doesn't it?
Okay, so we're getting some information. He's had that many flashbangs affect his opponents, but only one flash assist. So 28 opponents flashed, only one of them has led to a kill.
That was actually so close to Cirque hitting that ridiculous shot. People don't do that nearly enough on this version of Nuke.
I just don't think the AWPer's ever really in that position to just spam that wall.
No, that's true. I mean, from both sides.
Yeah.
Flash out. Ethan just slinking around the corner. JKS, he was covering them last time and successfully so against Stanislaw. Trying to do the same against Ethan, and he'll get it one more time. That's such a nice feeling of your JKS, just knowing that, you know, that worked out again.
Well, they've been so quiet getting to the lower bomb site that Stanislaw is down there just chilling, but this is a one-and-done spot.
Yeah. Maybe not even that.
Yeah, that's if you get one. You're certainly not getting two. Tarek is now joined up with him.
Yeah, and if he smokes out the door at the right
they're not
time...
they're not going to go lower. They're going to go upper, but this might be perfect. Breeze is waiting by the vents. He could get a double kill as they fly up. Certainly, JKS, somebody would eliminate him, but if they come up this vent, it's going to be a real chance. There's the first, the second. Decent damage done. Coming up heaven is the AWP. He needs to pick one off, but the Molotov forces him away. And EG must go for this. It's a 3-on-3 retake.
Yeah, they need to. They're running out of rounds out here. So climbing the ladder, Tarek coming in from outside, and he needs to win the first battle against Jacob, playing at a bit of an angle. Actually, Jacob trying to see if he could take the initiative away from him. Tarek firing a couple of bullets, but he's down immediately. A 2-on-2, and now they're back for a bit more. Only flashbangs left on 100 Thieves side. Elias will spot it out, checking and seeing no one, and now they're going to play for time instead, and that might be very clever, except for the fact that there is a Molotov, and that's keeping both the players back. There's a smoke as well. What do they do? A lot of pressure suddenly put under Cirque. He's covering that, but he actually gets dinked, and they'll get the follow-up. But
they've got it.
Is there time? Yeah, I think that just might be. They had the kid on him, Stan immediately there with the defuse, and they get the round. 3-on-3, it nearly slipped out of their hands. That one Molotov was huge.
That was massive. It held them back. It forced one player to go towards Hut instead of a double peek. And each of the Evil Geniuses players could cover one entrance, and they both win their fights. That is a good recovery. Starts here. Breeze with a double kill. That transfer over is so important. And Tarek, that kill kind of looked a little bit silly, but he was obviously trying to keep the attention in that direction for a flashbang to come in. It didn't pan out the way he would have liked.
Cirque had no head armor when he got dinked through the wall, so aim punch was off the rails. Tarek gonna get tested now as they come into the ramp. He'll take down one and a good follow-up spray. That's huge. And then Cirque sneaking in a kill. So they were already ahead after what Tarek had done, but now it's looking great. You
can't even begin to say how good of a performance that was in that sequence for Tarek, because he was spotted out. They knew he was along that left wall. That was a hard clear, so to win that initial fight is massive, and to get a second one is incredible. 2-on-4, Gratisfaction and JKS to have to defend against 4 players and plenty of utility.
They need a lot more than luck to make this work, and now the Gratisfaction is going to get taken out. Ethan just cleaning it up. You don't even know where to stand on that bomb site when you have that few people left.
Yeah, if you don't have the manpower and you don't have the utility up in the windows or the doors, you don't have the safety to escape anywhere. You're just like, oh, I'll just sit out in the open.
And they did.
They did.
13-10.
The final timeout used by 100 Thieves.
They have had one T round.
Certainly this doesn't happen again.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of shaping up that way.
I know, it feels like it might.
Look at the forecast.
Listen, yesterday EG came back from 4-11 after the first half against Team Liquid to force overtime and then eventually win it. This was 3-12.
It's all shaping up that way. They have almost everything. They actually have everything lined up, including their economy.
It's weird. Like, the 100 Thieves is winning in so many of the stats in this game so far. They're 14-9 in opening duels. They have 24 multi-kill rounds in their players. EG has 17. Like, you know, they have so many things in their favor at the moment. Just, it's not converting into any wins in this T side just yet. 23 kills on Ozza still.
Just 3 more rounds. There's the explosion for the door. JKS not running immediately for the vent dive, even though we were teasing that. Oh, he's just waiting for it. There we go. The artist at work, just avoiding the grenades. Just quickly down there. Now, they're definitely going to be thinking about this. They should have someone who's at least worried about it, but let's see if they can handle it defensively. Who is going to be the person to take it upon himself to do it? All right, Tarek is looking for it, so I guess it's him.
Tarek is looking for it. Stanislaus in warehouse, but they don't actually have anyone down here except for Tarek, and this is a tense moment for Tarek coming in. If he gets eliminated, and there's so many places that JKS could be, he's their only defender.
Now the rest of the team is showing up, and they're walking. So Stanislaw, who's out in the garage, he can't even hear them to really call it in. They obviously knew about the smoke wall, but...
Oh, this is a disaster.
Yeah.
Look how exposed Tarek is. Might be a cheeky angle for someone peeking the window, but that's about it.
He is ready to fight. Kind of a beacon up on top of the radioactive material here. 35 seconds, and I don't know, he's going to be shot at from all angles. If he gets a kill, that's going to be pretty good. If he gets more than that, he's an absolute hero. Waiting for it now. Molotov into the door. That's actually buying a fair bit of time now. Backup is going to start to show up. He's still up here. I don't think he's realizing that they could be right behind him. He does go down to Lias, but that's so little time on the clock. 15 seconds now as they start to come through. JKS will get dropped, and they need a bomb plant here. 10 seconds. Grenade not going to stop that from happening, unfortunately. It's a pretty good grenade, though. And now they're starting to clean it up. Jacob with a huge double kill. Might be another round here for 100 Thieves. That's a clean headshot, but still 2-on-3, and they have still some grenades left there on the T side. Breeze trying to sneak in, wins one more fight, but they can't go for it. They don't have the health for it.
No, you back away now if you're EG. You have the AWP, you have the Krieg, you have the money as well to buy in the next round. So a nice attempt on that defense, but it is, again, it's almost like, wow, that's fair play to Tarek, who didn't actually get a kill, but the fact that he just stayed poised and alive in that scenario with all the utility coming in.
I mean, I would almost say job well done as soon as he throws the Molotov, even though that seems like such a small task, but that left 10 seconds for the bomb to go down. If there had been someone else nearby.
One accident.
Yeah, like if that HE was, if the player left there only had 7 health, then that's it. They probably could win the round. So
it's interesting seeing. Remember how Evil Geniuses started this half? They had Cirque pushing ramp room in the first gun round with the AWP. We've seen Stan push outside twice, close to the boxes, 2 or 3 times. So have Ethan do it. This is one of those rounds where there was no aggression whatsoever. So yeah, Tarek was down there pretty early, but there was never any information to get a second player grouped up with him. They could have played it much more aggressive if they'd had the information. Good shot from Cirque. Through the smoke, but JKS was the one who really put a wrench in the defense in the previous round. So the vent dive is denied.
yeah, not happening this time. Stanislaw was never discovered in that position out in garage, so he's going to stick around and just hold that. While the rest look like they want to try and test this ramp room. Tarek has been fantastic in here. He's got an HE grenade, but they're not making... Oh, he's just on timing alone. It lands on top of 3 people. That's a lot of damage, and he'll get to clean up one more. It's still well worth it. Flick not connecting, but yeah, 4 versus 3. And they just need to slow it down here, EG. They have the advantage right now.
Ethan just dropped into the vents. Stanislaus still hasn't budged from the warehouse. He might want to start investigating to get some movement going. Ethan, a big job to do. Smoked out at every single choke point. Bomb is going to get planted. And they'll have a retake in their hands. There's 4 kits, 2 Molotovs, a smoke, plenty of flashbangs. EG has everything they need to win this round.
Yeah, they really do, and almost nothing on 100 Thieves either. Very unlikely they can get to map point with just this Molotov in the corner to force it out. He actually does live, but only for a second. And now it's on Azza in this corner in a 1 versus 3, and they're just firing through the box. Why not? That was just a question of having enough rifles on the other side, and it will be 14-11 instead. Good job, I guess, for 100 Thieves to even get down there after losing the ramp room fight. I guess not really losing it, but being sort of traded there, and a man down at the end.
I think plants for 100 Thieves are going to be so valuable down the stretch. The extra $800 they can keep buying, maximize the amount of chances they have to actually close out this game. Because if they don't, if 100 Thieves doesn't win this round, EG is going to start having this comeback right down the stretch, right at the end. Just 3 rounds back. 19 kills on Tarek, 19 kills on Cirque. They've been delivering. And this time, Stanislaw, deep nades behind Jacob. A lot of damage done from those 2 nades.
Yeah, that's got to be annoying. And they're not even out there anymore. Question is, how much energy and time do 100 Thieves spend now looking around this yard area? When you get naded that deep, might be another extra 10 seconds for you to worry about.
They've done a good job of doing this, of getting 3-4 players towards secret, and JKS just watching for some kind of cheeky lurk play. He's had a couple kills. Stanislaw's already downstairs this round. Cirque outside with an op looking for someone to push towards Heaven, someone to push towards Mini. It's not going to happen.
Look at how far up Tarek is. So they know no one is at least outside, and they kind of know that no one is pushing towards ramp.
Again, all the pressure on Stanislaw on this defense to at least get a spot, to at least not die. And he's pretty committed with that peek. He gets an immediate dink. Molotov can slow him down, but he's calling it out at the moment. They can transition into the vents if they choose to, so Breeze has to be careful. He's put on notice, and now Tarek rotates down ramp.
Look at the clock, though. 35 seconds. And they can't really easily go up the vent. I mean, that's always going to be a huge risk. And if they keep going here, they've been spotted already. They're low on time. One more grenade could absolutely shut it down. Tarek making a little bit of noise dropping down, but there's a huge crossfire being set up here. And now more grenades raining in towards that window room. Azza, he wants to burst open that door and try and see if he get the early kill. Tarek looking the other way, and he's going to get shot in the back. Surely there's the trade coming in. 11 seconds, and the bomb only now picked up. Can they actually do it?
No.
No one's picked it up. 6 seconds left, and yeah, not going to be a bomb plant here. Almost like he could have shot Ethan through the wall there, but not going to get the chance. It will be another round here for EG. Nice triple.
That's crushing, though, because 100 Thieves did a phenomenal job of breaking up that 2-man play in the bomb site. Tarek and Stanislaw combined for, what, 1 kill? That was it.
Yeah.
I thought they would be much more effective. Just not enough time to deal with this. They ran it down very low. And Evil Genius is able to just apply pressure, not even get all the kills, just the pressure that forced 100 Thieves away from the objective.
That triple for Ethan is actually nuts. Because he was solo on health when he got that final fight. If he'd gone down, that was it. 14-12 though. Money again, the lack of the bomb plant. Keep coming back to it now. It's robbing them at least of a couple of rifle rounds here. And it's so close now. 14-12. They can start to feel the pressure all of a sudden.
This has got to be so stressful. Same thing on the previous map. This will be a series that they look back on. If they can't win this, that they'll be absolutely gutted. They didn't convert either of these maps into a victory. 10-5 in the first half of Inferno. 12-3 the first half here on Nuke.
Yeah, that'll give you that, well, what will it take then kind of feeling. You know, how much do we have to win in the first half for actually a map to be going our way? Tarek, still a good job. Damage and not going down. That's pretty much what you want playing that ramp room. And
I like the discipline between him and Cirque. Tarek just to fall down to the lower bomb site, and Cirque not to try and press the issue and be over-aggressive with your AWP. Tarek looking for some kind of a gap in the smoke. It's him and Breeze downstairs. That's it. The rest of EG sure to follow as the plant goes down.
Oh, Tarek somehow gets beat over at the window by the Deagle. Stan trying to get the flank in, and Cirque jumping down, and there's a whole army waiting for him. 4 versus 2 now. And if they could just keep it cool here, 100 Thieves, and not give them any easy challenges, then they might have that 15th round. There's Breeze dropping next, and nothing Ethan could do about this. Wow, out of all the rounds where they've been close, it's a round with a Krieg and some pistols.
Look at the money.
Yeah.
Look at the money on EG. They've got absolutely nothing. This is a kick in the balls. Yeah, I don't know how you recover from this. Is EG played that perfectly? They just missed kills. That's just multiple fails.
And it speaks to how close they've been, 100 Thieves, for many of the rounds here. That they've brought the economy so low that they could actually win the map. They just kept the pressure on round after round.
It's freeze time where that stomach ache starts kicking in.
Yeah, it's rough.
You're like, oh, that one wasn't too bad. It'll be fine. Then you just can't stand.
And then it all happens.
World crumbles around you. It starts to get dark. All right, 12-15, a phenomenal comeback for EG, and they stumble right at the end. 1 M4, 1 FAMAS, and upgraded pistols is what they have to fight with, and I'm pretty sure Jacob spotted Stanislaw.
He was certainly thinking about it. And
He was spamming it maybe just as an estimation, but I thought he would have caught a shoulder.
regardless, right, Stanislaw's been playing out here like 2 or 3 times at least, so they're going to be paranoid no matter what. See if he could sneak in a kill with a deagle. No one presenting themselves yet. Smoke wall goes up. He's hoping, but no success. Again, they're leaving JKS behind.
And again, they've been able, I mean, just it's pretty similar to, I guess, EG, I don't know. I mean,
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, they're just getting access to this bomb site pretty much whenever they want it, and they haven't really encountered a whole lot of resistance around these corners. EG has been fighting at this staircase, but it's been passive. Now they at least have a crossfire set up, but it's a FAMAS and a deagle. And Cirque might be forced forward because of the Molotov he is. So they eliminate the crossfire in more ways than one. Quick headshots from Jacob. Looks like 100 Thieves have done it. Looks like they've forced that third map.
Yes, very, very impressive. You could see EG are such a tough opponent once they get going, but they look like they found a way. Tarek down here, about to get flanked once again. Wants to find just anywhere to stand on the bomb side, but it's not going to be possible. Jacob, 3rd kill of the round here for the Norwegian player, leaving Ethan and Breeze locked out on the ramp. Yeah, this is very impressive. They were in a lot of trouble here for the second half, and somehow they didn't panic. They kept their cool, and it's looking fantastic. Ethan gets a kill, but should be no way here for Breeze. He's low on health. He's got almost no grenades to work with. JKS, yeah, he's just going to have to go hold it down. Should be no trouble. 16-12 as 100 Thieves find a 3rd map and are not sent home yet.
No, but that was